Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Wednesday morning, October 26th, 2022. It's about 9 something. I actually overslept last night. I ended up, I think, going to bed around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think before 8 o'clock. And then I ended up getting up around 10:30 or so. Had some Powerade and had a snack, and then went back to bed. Luckily for me, I got to bed early, but I kind of feel dopey, when you like too much. I guess my body was just not geared for that. It is about 69 degrees right now. I'm in Pasadena. I had kind of exhausted. I had a chat with my housing person, and I unleashed both barrels on them. It's just, I told them how things are, and it's bad. So, but I need to go get coffee first. So I need to call chat. I miss being able to go to places. Not that I go in just to window shop and admire and kind of fantasize of things, but I kind of miss being able to go into places like this, like Crate and Barrel and Pottery Barn, and just places of that nature, and just buying stuff for my place. Getting to the end of my rope of actually holding on. I'm not getting any answers. I'm just getting the same stuff. Kind of like when the politicians release something meager, and then it's left to, of course, the discretion of the media or whatever outlet, and they just run with it. Oh, well, we just put it out there. However they want to present it, that's up to them. But it's always the same stuff. Different housing coordinator, different person, male, female, black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. And then time elapses. I think I'm on my third voucher, waiting to be expired or to get extended. Third or fourth voucher. Such a waste. All right. Oh, excuse me. Nose is kind of runny. It's beginning to feel a lot like fall, so that's kind of nice. I can't tell you how I'm more excited actually to get back to work and stuff like that, because I've been off work 3 weeks. Oh God, it just goes by so quickly. I'm just glad that I was able to just stash a little. It wasn't much, but with the budgeting and stuff like that, it's lasted me. So late first week of November, I should be going back to work. So yay! I got a lot of hours that I got a lot to cram in, because I got holiday stuff that I want to get for my daughter and stuff. That's actually like my first and foremost thing. So I just want to make sure that no matter how bad economy hits me, that I at least I take care of my little one. So I know but still, it's just that old-fashioned parenting. So yesterday I was at Starbucks waiting for my person to arrive and stuff like that, and tell me I was already geared up for hearing a bunch of excuses and the same old crap. And I saw him walking up, and I sat down. And yesterday it was a beautiful day, so it was kind of busy out here at the patio at Starbucks. And the one, there's a few folks that know me there, and the regulars, and the one gentleman that was sitting next to me as the other guy's coming up. I go, oh, and I said in Spanish to myself, I go, oh, let's see what kind of load of lies he has for me. And the gentleman, he's like, excuse me. I go, oh no, my housing guy is gonna tell me a whole bunch of lies I'm expecting. He's like, oh, and yeah, pretty much. Is this thing? Hold on. Okay. Without fail, he's just like that. Okay, now. So, Charlie, they want you to pay 30% of your rent, and I'm like, okay, I have no problem with paying rent. Actually, before Carla got there, when I was like really cranking out and doing really well at Target and stuff like that, my share of the rent was 50%, which I had no problem. But then the lockdown came in, the schools shut down, COVID came, and we were restricted employment everywhere, and she started doing it and stuff, and things changed. Now, I don't have any problem paying the rent, and I let him have it, and I told him, I go, look, I don't mind paying the rent. It's just that I'm not going to pay the rent, and I know for a fact that the other gentleman, my housemate, he doesn't want to pay rent if we have to be subjected to this. You either have to get us out there before we start paying rent, or remove her. It's as simple as that. It doesn't make sense. The whole situation is unsafe. There's no peace of mind. There's no sanity. There's no security. Our mail gets stolen. Our everything. We are limited to what we do. And I even reiterated to him. I felt like I was in the old game of Quake with the double barrel shotgun, unlimited ammo, just boom, boom, boom. He was just totally dumbfounded. And honestly, I'm sure I was acting like a bit of a Karen, but I've had it. I'm frustrated going into the third year of living with her like this. This makes 12 to about 13 months now that she hasn't participated in the program. She hasn't been paying rent. So how is she being maintained? And she's racking up all these utility bills. I don't want to sign this, I said. If I'm going to end up having, well, if you don't sign it, we're not going to pay for the rent. And I put the pen down. I leaned back at him. And I took off my eyeglasses and I said, so it's blackmail. If I don't sign, you don't do anything for me, and then I'm left to go back out on the streets. He's like, well, if you want to look at it. I go, well, how else are you painting it? He goes, well, you seem like you've heard this before. I go, you are echoing everything that the person previously before you, the person before, and before. If I'm not mistaken, you're about 8 or 9 persons already since I've been there, since I've had Dad do this. That's all. I go, all you do is you're like the media, you're just echoing out whatever you're being told. And you go from client to client to client to client. How much more do you want me to? Well, you have to sign. So, and I said, well, fuck this shit. I go, this is fucked up, and this is blackmail. This is just unjust, And I told him, and mind you, the patio was pretty busy. I go, my story and Dion's is not the only story. It's just that I happen to have a big mouth, and I'm voicing for all those other folks that are afraid to say something. I'm fed up with this shit. All right, well, so, we'll just work on getting you out. The problem is not living in the house. The problem is with Carla. No one seems to understand that. And I told him, I go, she obviously doesn't want to move her. She doesn't want to evict her because she has to pay a lot of money, court fees. You know, there's a process to that. Regardless if the moratorium is lifted or not, you know, she being the property owner, and I understand the litigation is expensive to remove someone from the property. Even probably difficult now, and probably even more expensive on a retainer fee or greater. But she doesn't want to, as my landlord, she doesn't want to do anything for us. Not even so much as for Carla, you know. So here we all three sit, her not legally and really all right in any way being there. You know, she and her kids and everyone that comes over are basically squatters. That's it. They're no difference from the folks that moved in during the lockdown into the vacant homes of the 710 and just became squatters. That's what they are now. And that's what she's had since the lockdown. So, I don't know. I don't have faith in all of this. And even worse now, after the election, I'm just going to dutifully do my part, vote, and then just kind of go to bed with a tear that evening, because I am afraid of hearing the results, and just everything's just going to shut down. And I mean everything that the left has pushed and vied for and being a proponent for, and, you know, champion for those that need it and all that, it's gonna drop. It's gonna stop. Gas prices are gonna go up. Food's gonna go up. Everything. Employment's gonna probably be cut again. It's just gonna be so bad here, man. Chicago, New York. I mean, big cities like that, especially here in LA. And only folks of money are gonna be able to afford this. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But everything is just screaming of that. It's all calm and quiet right now, but I just hope that I'm just overreacting. I guess it's better to overreact and then just like, well, thank God that's over with. It's just that being in this house with her, it's just so unpredictable, you know. That's where my greatest fear comes from. And if I step outside to go out in the world and it's a little more calmer, then fine. And it's this place. Everything is here. Alright, my friends, I'm going to end it here. I will post as soon as I can. I plan on doing a little more test flying with the drone. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. So, and I was flying that in a little bit of a breeze yesterday, but that thing was pretty sturdy, and there's a bit of a breeze today too, so it was fun. I'm pretty addicted, so I'm going to start scouting places where I can go and fly a drone and stuff like that, so it should be cool. Alright, my friends, I will post this as soon as I can. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on, and maybe things, if the right side takes the greater percentage of the voting, maybe it'll give me a little bit of a bright light. But overall, if the left take it by ill-gotten gains or legitimate gains, then it's going to be miserable. Comments good or bad, please post.